Hello everybody and welcome back to Pirate and Ninja Productions. My name is Protius, and today I am joined by Selestiele. There we go. I always stumble. For a brand new series in modded Minecraft. This is the modded Minecraft classroom, in which I will be attempting to teach mods. Attempting. I've never tried this before.
I don't envy him trying to teach me modded Minecraft.
I'm sure it'll be amusing though. Many deaths will be had.
Oh yes, definitely.
So
I will
for
die a lot.
hopefully more than I do. This is the All the Mods 7 mod pack on Minecraft 1.18.1. So it is, as of this recording, the most modern version of Minecraft. Alright, I'm going to get out of F5 because it's hard to control. And yeah, so we've started on this nice little island. We already have a wandering trader. So yeah, first things first, when starting in a new modded world, you do the same thing you do in a vanilla world. Punch trees. First I'm going to take oranges.
What are you doing?
Oh. I'm collecting the oranges. So with these fruit trees, if you right click on the flowering ones, where it says orange crop, you right click on it, it will
it drops orange.
Yeah, it'll drop an orange.
Well, not when it's just flowering though.
No. And the reason why I'm collecting them is because
there's one up there.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting to it. The reason why I'm collecting them is because you can craft new orange saplings, so we can have a good source of oranges once we cut down the tree.
Oranges.
I think we can make orange juice. Can we make orange juice?
I don't know.
We can make orange juice. Nice.
Okay, so we punch a tree.
Punch a tree.
Wild flax plant.
Ooh, those are useful.
Okay.
So flax. So yeah, go ahead. Ask your question.
I was gonna say when I look at stuff, I have the center thing that tells me what I'm looking at, the list, and it gives me a mod. So silent gear.
Yep.
Is that one of the mods that we're going to be learning?
Yes. It's as you may be able to tell, it is a gear-based mod.
What?
So it's tools, weapons, and armor. It is rather complex, so it'll be later.
Okay.
It's a cool mod. I'm glad it's updated. It has some companion mods that are not updated that are also cool. So that's a little sad, but that's okay. We'll survive. But flax is a source of string. You can grow string with it. So that'll be useful for later.
I've got some flax seeds.
For clarity, the little box in the top of your screen, it's called the One Probe. It's a mod. That's literally all it does. The One Probe. It's all three. It's three different words.
Probe.
But its entire purpose is just to tell you what you're looking at.
Okay, so what next? We have wood, we have some seeds.
Now,
we have some oranges.
We make tools. But not like vanilla
traditional
tools.
Vanilla way?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Those tools are not useful.
Tools. Oh.
So first, I'm going to make a crafting table.
Okay.
And then, I don't remember.
And that is not the normal way?
No, it's the same.
Okay, that was the same.
So, crafting table. If I put... too bad. Alright. So, if you go into your JEI, which is the...
this big thing on the right, right?
Yep. It stands for Just Enough Items, which is like the 10th iteration of a version of mods that's going all the way back to the beginning of Minecraft modding. Without it, modded would be basically impossible to navigate.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tend to think it's pretty impossible to navigate anyway, but okay.
Even more so.
This will make it easier. This is good.
Yeah, this is where the idea of the um, the
Recipe book.
recipe book. Thank you. Recipe book and modded came from.
So I'm in JEI.
Yep. If you search for the @ sign and then Tinkers, all one word, Tinkers, and then space, and then type in crafting, you'll see a bunch of things that say crafting station.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot of crafting stations.
Yeah, well, they're based on what kind of wood you use to make them out of, so that's why there's so many of them. There's one for every variety of wood. So if you go...
birch. Good grief.
Yeah. But there's an easier way to make it. You get a pattern. So if you click on any of them, it'll show 2 recipes. And you want the bottom. You want to look at the bottom one. See how it shows a pattern above a crafting table when it eventually cycles through?
Yeah.
So we want to make a pattern. And if you look, if you click again on the pattern, you see that that is 2 sticks of any kind and 2 planks of any kind. Gives you 3 of them.
Okay.
So if I take my that's not how I wanted to do it. Oh no. Okay, recipe conflicts. Recipe conflicts are not fun. There we go. So
3 pattern.
Yeah. If you put the in there and you see the little cycle button on top of the output.
Yep.
You click on it and it will give you 2 different types of recipe options for this specific one.
So, because I'd already kind of cycled through all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I figured it out and just realized that I should probably have shown that. So click on that and it gives you the options.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
So now I'm going to break the crafting table because we no longer need it.
Oh. 2? I was trying to get out of my crafting thing.
And now we have a crafting station. What's great about this is, do you see the patterns?
I see pattern on it.
Yeah. It holds inventory.
Oh.
So I can put like my book in the middle of it and walk away. And it's still there.
Oh, that's nifty.
It's great.
But can someone else take it?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
It's cool.
Good to know. Don't leave my stuff in the crafting table, bench, whatever it's the station.
If you have oak saplings, please plant. We need more wood. All right. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the names for all these things.
Should I make my own crafting station?
If you would like to. It's good practice. Look up the recipe.
Have me done.
Yay. Oh, that's right. They changed.
I feel accomplished.
They changed
I
how
retire.
things work. No. You're just getting started there. All right. So next option is the part builder. If you look up part builder, you'll see that it requires 2 patterns and 2 that's not what I wanted. And 2 planks. You can see it if you click on my crafting station. See that?
Hey. If I have it, I see the recipe here, and if I click on that little plus button, it moves stuff into a crafting station.
Yes.
For me, so I don't have to remember what the recipe is. It just does it automatically.
Yes.
I'm assuming it requires me to have my stuff in
It does. Did you make that bench? The part builder?
Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
Soon we will
They
have
look the same.
Soon we will have tools so you can actually, quickly remove those. So if you put a pattern in here, see how I put all my patterns in here? Now you can see all the different parts you can make with a scroll wheel. Oh, no scroll wheel.
No, not yet.
So these are all the different parts that you can make.
Okay. So, tool binding, tool handle, pick head, repair kit, tough handle, small blade. So this is already more intricate than vanilla.
Oh, so much. It's modular tool crafting.
See. Okay then.
It's fun.
A hammerhead.
So now I need 3 of these patterns. And some more wood. And if I go in here and I make the tinker station, which you can see,
is very cool. I like that.
and then pull that out, stick it next to itself, remove this giant clover thing. Also, you'll notice if you click on one of these tinker stations, you can see the other 2. Yeah, and you can switch between the tabs at will. They form a multi-block structure.
So is that because they're next to each other, or is that something
Yeah,
else?
If they're touching each other, it works. There's
then
also
you can access all of them.
Yeah, there's also a couple of chests that are designed to work with this, and we'll get to them as well soon.
Okay.
Soon.
Alright,
So if you go into the tinker station, it'll show all of the different tools and weapons that you can make. So this is the basic level station. You can't make anything more advanced yet. That requires the next stage.
Anything.
Well,
oh, wait. They're on the left. Never mind. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see anything. Okay. No, I'm fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Any more coffee?
Don't you always?
Yeah.
What is
okay,
this?
So there is a dagger and a comma. Comma?
Chameleon?
Precision reaping tool, mowing down plants and shearing animals.
It's cool, but it's not super useful with some of the other mods that we have installed, so I very rarely use it in big packs.
Okay.
The Pickaxe is new. I've never seen that before. It looks
effective on rock, dirt, sand, and gravel, but not sharp enough to mine tougher stone blocks.
Oh.
So you can't use it for ores, but it'll. So for those people who don't want to switch tools to mine out sand with their pickaxe,
but you still have
for
to.
Those people.
Still have to swap out so that you can do ores.
Ores, right?
Okay. So yeah, that's basically. There is no shovel, which is always weird to me. But so this is your shovel, basically.
Huh.
And then there's a regular axe, a mattock, which is your hoe, but it also can cut down trees and dig dirt. And then of course the pickaxe. So, we need more wood. Why aren't you growing?
What do I need?
So, in order to make a pickaxe, if you click on the pickaxe, it tells you the components in the lower right window.
So I need a pick head, tool handle, and tool binding.
Yep.
And in the part builder, should I just put my extra patterns in there too?
For now, yeah, I would.
Okay.
And then.
That's interesting sound.
Yes. Put your.
Alright, so tool handle. Okay, what do I need? I put my wood in there.
And it'll tell you pattern cost at the top. And that's how much you need of that material in order to make that item.
Okay. That needs 2, that needs 1.
So you should need
1,
3
so I have
or 4 total. Yeah.
4. Yeah.
And you notice that
the tinker station?
Yep. You notice it removes a pattern for every item you craft.
I did not notice that.
It does, yeah.
Okay, oakwood pickaxe.
Yep. And then
I have a pickaxe.
Me too.
I thought you did already.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Alright.
Let's not go into big scary cave.
No, but when I first spawned in, I spawned in a hole
There's
that
a
had
little.
some stone.
Yeah, and it's a little cave that we can make bigger. Ooh, copper. Too bad I can't mine it yet. I would say just mine like 3 pieces for now. So we can upgrade it.
Okay.
Then we can come back and get the copper. Did you see the
Okay.
calcite already?
No.
There's calcite in there.
Like calcite.
I know you do.
Okay.
Alright, so I put this in here, and it requires 2 pieces of stone for 1 pick head. Okay?
Okay.
And then if you go to the repair and modify table, and if I put my pickaxe in and the pick head, I'm just shift clicking these in.
Okay.
And you'll see if I do this.
Well, it's showing me yours, so I'm
Yep.
waiting until.
Yeah. So you see how it says durability, and it changes my harvest tier.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a pickaxe with a stone head.
That there and that there.
Yep.
I get a stone pickaxe.
Yay!
Okay. Upgrade.
More stone.
More stone.
Much more stone.
Okay, so that seemed like a lot more work than, throwing a crafting table down in the moment. Oh, there's the calcite.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that there is a reason that is worth it.
Yes. These tools can never break. Permanently. So they lose durability. But once... What is this? Asurite? Sorry, I'm...
Create.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's, Oh, you get zinc from it. Haha, that's cool.
What?
You can crush it and create and make zinc out of it.
Oh.
Zinc is very useful for making brass. And you need a lot of brass for create. We'll get into that eventually.
Okay. Ow. What level are we on? We're at 63 and there's deep slate?
You can thank, I believe, Cork for that.
Okay.
I believe that's the one that changes where deep slate, because Cork had deep slate in 1.17.
Okay.
Or 1.16. That's alright, I like deep slate. It's pretty.
Right, we got distracted. So these tools will never break.
Yes. They will.
Okay.
Once they will lose all their durability, and then you can no longer use them. But they do not break like a vanilla tool does. You can also upgrade them. You can get special abilities put on them. They are far more versatile than vanilla tools are. Also, the fact that they never break was a real problem for me when playing modded for a long time, and then going back to vanilla and being like, oh, right, my tools aren't allowed to break anymore.
Not yet eaten.
If it says not yet eaten, it means you can eat it. It doesn't necessarily mean you should.
Right, I was going to say Nightshade says not yet eaten, but I ain't eaten it.
Pufferfish will also say not yet eaten.
Okay.
So there is
it would make sense that it's not yet eaten if it's still in my hand.
Well, yeah, but it'll even tell you that even if you've eaten something and then you pick it up again later.
It still says not yet eaten.
No, if you... It'll say eaten, assisted in gaining hearts.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it tells you if you've ever had it. That's handy.
Yeah. So the reason for that is that there is a mod in this pack called the Spice of Life Carrot Edition. The Spice of Life Original Edition punishes you for not eating a variety of foods, and it's very annoying, and it's really good for hardcore packs.
I remember that.
Yeah, It's not in this pack. The carrot edition does nothing except reward you for eating a variety of foods. So the more different foods you have eaten once, not consistently, just once, you gain extra health.
Handy.
Oh yes, so handy.
Are we ready to turn on the sun?
Oh yeah, I forgot the sun was off. Oopsies.
I just assumed we were not turning it on because of teaching.
Let's go with that. We'll cut this part out. Sun's on.
Oopsie. And the weather?
Also on.
Outside is frightful.
But the fire is so oh, speaking of fire, fire tick is not going to be turned off because it interferes with some mod mechanics if you turn it off.
Okay.
So I'll be leaving it on.
Alright, so things can catch on fire.
Yes.
Duly noted. The sun is going down.
Yes, yes it is.
And it's pouring rain.
Well, let me see.
Oh, it's thunderstorming. Excellent. Get your sword ready, because we have company.
Hi,
yay.
zombie.
This is fantastic.
Welcome to your first night.
Uh-huh. Oh, hold on. There's what looks like brown creepers.
Ow. Where?
Please don't die again. Over on the sand.
Oh. They look like rabbits. What are you? It's a beach creeper.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
Help.
Oh, there's also like a wolf-looking thing.
Yeah. We don't like those things.
Oh my god, it just... Oh, you were getting chased all over the place.
Yeah. I have one heart left. Alright, so after quite a bit more exploration and, as you can see, some building and resource gathering, that is going to be an episode. I did cut out a bunch of the exploration and other stuff because, well, it was a lot. There was 3 hours of footage. So yeah, we've got a bit going on here. It's kind of cool. We'll get into that a bit. Oops, hello. I'm not very used to the F5 screen. As you can see, I'm full of iron armor. I've got a nice little backpack on. We've got a house. And we've got some other stuff going on too, which we'll get to in the future. Although not for episode 2, as that's already been recorded, so only some of this stuff will appear. This is a few days after we've been not recording for a bit. But yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you